Welcome back, everybody. We're at gothicchess.info, checking out some movies here. You can go to triceschess.com and find the same page here. If you watched my video about Susan Polgar's win in her first game, at least first recorded game against the inventor of Trice's chess, Ed himself, then you know from that video how to go to the website and watch movies. You can either watch the movie and it just plays the moves for you, or you can replay the game. And right now we're replaying the game so that we can kind of stop and pause at critical moments and kind of soak in what's happening here, because it's pretty rare, just to find a game where it doesn't win, and maybe, who knows, even he might have even gotten outplayed. Usually the person that wins is the better player, but you just don't know. But yeah, these games are pretty interesting. Let's see if we can find one here. I think the next game I wanted to look at was the one that Ed always calls his favorite loss, and that would be the one in just a few years ago against none other than National Master John Vehre. So here we are, right here. It's been almost exactly 4 years now. Let's check out this game. We're going to hit replay game, and let's see. Let's make the board a little larger. If we make it too big, then we can't even get the buttons on the screen, so I'm going to make it just a little smaller for you people out there that are paying attention to the notation at the bottom. I've been playing this game long enough that I actually don't really look at the notation, but when you first start out, and if you haven't played for a minute, you go from 8x8 and you'll look at a 10x8 and you see the J file and you think of it as the H file. So it's not a bad idea to have this notation down here. Okay, so I think we've got the perfect size, and let's check out these moves here. Ed is black. He's playing against John Vehre, who is white. Okay. Look at this. On move 1, Ed has already brought out his Chancellor. So this is really I don't think you'll see too many other games like this. I think that's a psychological move, bringing out the Chancellor so early. So right now it's like, you can just forget about anything resembling what could be called Trice's chess theory. And at the same time, I just noticed that actually we do have a very funky little spike kind of thing going. But when white played g4, he's got that double attack on d5. So this is really interesting. A very strange move order to arrive at what is almost a normal spiky kind of opening, almost a goalpost opening. But what's that Chancellor doing on f6, right? Okay, yeah, so we're pretty much in very similar position, very similar to a goalpost, but of course the d pawn is usually held by the pawn at c6, so we're in some muddy waters here. I really feel like John's playing very aggressively this game. And then Ed has done the interesting thing where he's moved his Chancellor 3 times, gotten a pawn, and then traded it off for an archbishop. So white will not be castling kingside. Now black goes for space, and I know what that feels like. Ed is very knowledgeable about when to push those pawns and take over space in the middle of the board. Not a whole lot to say right now. We're mostly just watching both sides complete their development. We got some serious pawn tension in the middle. No doubt there will be some serious fireworks, and I think this is it, you guys. So, I've obviously seen this game before. It's on a t-shirt. So if you guys want some Trice's Chess merch, reach out. There's a game of mine on a shirt, and there's hoodies with games like this. John Vehre's best win, Vehre's victory against Ed. So this is, I think, the moment where the fireworks just go ballistic. See, that pawn center is just too strong for black, right? So something has to give, and this is where John throws a knight out there and just destroys black's pawn structure. So now Ed has gotten a piece for 2 pawns, but white has, I think, a great deal of compensation here. And then now, utilizing the pin, John has completely liquidated Ed's pawn center. So I think we can all agree that white has tons and tons of compensation. This is really wild, you know. Just throwing that rook out there. Now the Chancellor gets taken by the archbishop. Is just, I'm not even going to try to calculate this stuff, you guys. So I think this is a good time for me to mention that there is a 5-volume book set of Trice's chess that can be obtained at least in the near future. It was overseas until recently, so we'll just wait to roll that out, maybe in a video in the near future. But the nice thing about having the book is it can cover all these tactics, and I'm just honestly getting dizzy even thinking about. I remember seeing like purple screens that were outlining all the moves here because Ed's extremely detailed in his notes when he analyzes his games, and he's analyzed this game just great deal, and there's no way I could do it justice here in this little video, but you definitely need to watch this game probably a ton of times to really have any appreciation for it. So here we are, we're going into the end game. A lot of stuff happened there, too much for me to unpack, so for all you out there wondering how I could just whiz bang through those moves and think I'm doing justice to them, well, I'll just admit right now that I'm not, because it's just mind-numbing to even try to think about how much time we could spend on that. This could be like a 2-hour video easily if we were really going to try to do a deep dive into the tactics. As you can see, you know, John's got pawn rollers all over the place. I just don't see how Ed can really even hold on here. You know, against a lesser player, maybe Ed has some drawing chances, but John is an endgame maestro, so it's pretty much hopeless. And, you know, one reason Ed invented Trice's chess is because he did not really care for rook and pawn endings. It's not to say that they're no fun at all, but, you know, grandmasters have a tendency to have endgames like this analyzed to ridiculous levels, and just almost isn't that fun or even competitive if you haven't spent your entire life just studying endgames like this. So that's the irony here, is that John, being a national master in the U.S. Chess Federation, has steered Ed toward an endgame which he would probably say he hates with a passion. And there you go. So Ed resigns. Just no way to stop white from queening or maybe chancelloring, or perhaps for style points archbishoping the pawn. Or heck, who knows, maybe make it a rook or a bishop, because that's the kind of stuff I like to do when I get into positions where my opponent doesn't resign. So anyway, that's the game. What can I say? You know, we could turn around and spend 2 hours on this game, maybe more. And it's one of the deepest games out there, but wanted to show it to you guys. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you see any places where black could have tried to actually go for a win here, or maybe if he missed a draw. If you can find that, then you can be cited in the book when it comes out again. So just let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, and turn those notifications on. We'll see you in the next video.